You're such an asshole.
So it just dawned on me while I was firing it up. I was like, oh yeah, Demolition Man, which is a great movie. Great movie. That one is aging like a Scotch, man. Holy cow, did they call it? Be well. And the scene that I remembered was where oh, what's her name? Oh, she was a gem. She's just a darling of the 90s. Sandra Bullock, who Cappy and all the other guys had a crush on. Way better than Meg Ryan. And she goes up to Sylvester Stallone. I forget his name, like John something or other. Would you like to have sex? Sly's like, yeah. She puts the contraption on his head. Guys, if you haven't seen it, you got to see it because it's so telling. It's so predictive. I think, was it Brave New World? Modern take on that. Good flick too. Wesley Snipes playing a good bad guy. It was a good show. And then she meant digital sex. Again, very predictive movie. She puts this thing and they go into like kind of an internet and it's not actual sex, it's digital sex. And Sylvester Stallone takes the thing home like, what the hell was that? It's like, well, you broke contact. It's like, contact? I haven't touched you. What are you guys like? Well, can we have like normal sex, like with touching and kissing? And then she says, actual physical contact. Ooh. And I'm like, it's funny because there's more than an element of truth in that, but some girls are actually grossed out by sex. And this is a little bit outside of the purview or domain, but let me lay it down. Someone, by the way, someone paid for 2 originals, so here's original number 1. That pre-position, that assumption that girls are just not that interested in sex, and some of them like, oh, gross sex. It's kind of true. And we had a reason I want to bring up this topic about shaming men for wanting sex is because I've had 2 in a row where you guys are in sexless relationships. What should I do? Leave? And I was fascinated with how either through society or the environment or the legal system or whatever, you guys are asking me whether you should stick around. Well, I'm like, no. Like, this car doesn't have an engine. Should I buy it? No. This hot dog stand sells hot dogs without hot dogs. It's just the bun. Should I buy it? No. And it dawned on me that society for a long time has conditioned you guys to absolutely give 0 Fs about what you want. And it's all about the girl. Now, there's genetic bio going a long time ago for that because women, eggs are expensive, sperm is cheap. We got to keep the women protected, incubate the children, pass on the genetics. Men, you could die in war. Don't worry. As long as there's like a dozen guys, you're gonna be the tribe will be okay. So there's this real biological, evolutionary, Darwinistic, whatever, where we gotta consider the women here. Gotta make them happy at all expense. But all right, we're equal now, right? I am fascinated how what men want is not only not considered, but shamed. And this now goes way back, way back when I was a kid. Again, for the reasons. This has not even anything to do necessarily with modern day, whatever wave of feminism we're on now. This goes back a ways. But I bet you, if you talk to any old timer meaning Gen X or older, there was shaming. Well, men just want one thing. Oh, you're shallow. Remember that? Shallow. All you want is just and I have a question. Yes, you and Mr. Clary in the back. Short kid that's going to ask a pain in the ass question that the teacher's going to be uncomfortable. I have a question. So, don't we have a right to like what we want? Let's say let's say you really like there's pie, okay? Pie for everybody. I shoot her and then I shoot myself and then her. No one's gonna get that joke. I like apple pie. That's my favorite, apple pie. And through whatever weird genetic, evolutionary, bioevolutionary, societal, environmental progress, evolution, development, People shame me for, oh, you only like apple pie. Yeah. It's like getting pissed off at a dog because he barks. Or I don't know, what's a very natural thing for monkeys because they fling poo. Turtling monkey, by the way. It's male nature to want sex. Generally, usually, there's some guys where it's not the primary, more than anything else. And you might as well get pissed off at the sky being blue or water being wet. And I'm just like, hold the brake, stop the ride, hold on. I'll pull the thing on the whatever, the train or the subway or the bus. Hold on. We're getting shamed for being programmed the way we are. Like, we're shallow. We're all these derogative, pejorative things because we want sex. And you guys just, don't upset the womans. Oh, we don't want to upset. Oh, their little perfect environment cannot be shattered. No. I got an idea, guys. How about this? When they say, all you want is one thing. No, I want that one thing. And if I'm going to marry it or commit to it, it's going to be a lot more. Not only do I want sex, that is the number one thing. Not only do I want a hot dog in my bun, I want some relish. I want some freaking jalapenos. I want mustard, the yellow mustard, not that Grey Poupon stuff. I want some sesame seeds on it. I want some of that Morton steak seasoning, a little bit of salty crunch. I want it all. Otherwise, I ain't buying the hot dog. But if we're just talking like I'm at the carnival or I'm at the game and I need something quick, I want some meat in my hot dog. And they have gotten you guys to the point where, like, you probably want a hot dog in your bun. And to which I'm saying you guys ought to be like, yeah, this should be, not because you're a retaliatory strike or you're trying to like slap some sense into them, like slap a little bit of reality here. Not physically, I mean metaphorically. But this is stupid, guys. This is dumb. To the point you're demanding that there be a hot dog on your bun when you order a hot dog. And I don't know if the origins don't matter. I know there was certainly, in my case, it was Christianity. The variant of my Christianity, sex was bad. It was only to breed more Christians, only more miserable Christians. Not the happy, fun Christians, but the miserable Christians, the ones that just don't like having sex is bad. Ooh. And then, of course, obviously, since whatever the 60s or 70s, it's wrong to like a woman for her beauty or her physique. It's wrong to want to have sex with a woman as the primary thing. You should like her. By the way, ladies, just as equal, you're not getting rid of the male sex drive. Our desire to have sex is the number one thing. We're never going to like your job or your career or your... Now, again, we're talking about the condiments, the added-ons. These could all be good things. For example, I get my hot dog. There's the sex. And this girl is a STEM major. Ooh, I love that's like the number 2 for Cappy, as you guys could tell. That's like putting jalapenos on it. I like jalapenos. Ooh, she's a STEM major. And, okay, what's a very other important thing? She likes hiking. Ooh, that's diced onions. Cappy likes that diced onion stuff. And then, she's really good with money. She has her own place. She doesn't have any debt. That's, you know what that is? That's those hot gardenia peppers on top. Oh man, now we're talking now. Oh boy, that. And then, so we got the jalapenos, we got the onions, we got the gardenia peppers. What were the and then she loves lingerie. She doesn't find it degrading or anything. She just loves putting on. That's like getting them yellow peppers on top of it. Now, this is like the world's greatest hot. That's a hot dog you commit to. Never marry, but you commit to. What you girls are doing now is, first, we do away with the hot dog, and now you get a bun. Right? Then you have student loan debt for worthless crap. So now we just took bird poop and put it on. Now we got feminist lippy attitude, or just not even the feminism. I'm all for like gals going on making as much money as possible, equal or beating men. Go do it. Major in STEM and engineering. Well, let's say parasitic politics, where instead of, we're going to major in engineering, we're going to work hard, we're going to become tradeswomen. Yeah, give us more money and bail us out. Strong, independent women with journalism degrees. Okay, that's like putting rocks now on the bird poop in the bun. Big is beautiful. That's like somebody came and crap diarrhea all over it. And you're like, look at this hot dog. Why don't you want this? You probably want meat in your hot dog, you sick, disgusting pig. Not only is that ludicrous, but the point I'm making to the guys, because, guys have agency. That's what they're doing. And this is the point where you got to realize society is wrong and you are right. This is delusional. It is delusional that we're getting to the point that they estimate somewhere between 10 to 20% of marriages are sexless, or that you guys even entertain a sexless marriage or a sexless relationship. You're eating this literal crap hot dog without any hot dog and rocks and diarrhea and bird poop. And I don't know, how else could we make it worse? I don't know what could put rusty tacks in it. And you're being shamed for not sticking to this hot dog. And what I'm saying is step back and say, no. It's not that it's normal. I even wouldn't go so far as to say it's healthy. It is healthy. It's not debatable. It's not changeable. It's not a choice. It's a fact. The sun rises in the east, it sets in the west. Water is wet, and men are primarily driven by sex. That is the number one thing they're interested in. And you can howl at the moon and call men shallow and pout and you can lecture and shame all you want. It's not going to change it. And the progress I'm never we're never gonna get women not to shame men for liking a segment of them. Healthy women understand men like sex, and that's normal, and healthy women like sex. What I'm trying to do is get you boys to not have any shame, to look at next time it goes, you only want one thing, and for your immediate, without even thinking, knee-jerk response, you damn right. You damn right. Just as sure as the sun rises in the east, it sets in the west, and I got brown eyes, and this is a Ford hat, and this is kind of a green shirt. You're damn right I want sex. And you know what? There's nothing shameful or wrong about it. What's shameful is you lecturing me and trying to shame me for something that's biologically a fact. do you kick your dog because it barks? Do you drown your kittens because they meow? What the hell is wrong with you? And so that's just my contribution. That's just why I want to, move it a little bit here, guys, trying to wake you up a little bit, because this happened. I mean, it goes back to middle school. Now, probably because they want to make sure you're committed to the girl. That was evolutionary survival reasons. You should like a girl from if you're going to commit to her, sure. And that's a duh. Sex is sex. You can take that and leave it the next day. But a woman that you're going to marry, oh yeah, you need all the fixins. You need all the fixins. Right? But there is nothing wrong with you demanding sex. Now, women can reject you. Okay? Well, there's a book out there, Women Don't Know You Pretty. Right. Okay, put the bird poop and the diarrhea and the tacks and the rocks on the hot dog list hot dog bun. You don't have to participate. That's fine. And like, I don't get pissed off at women if they don't like. So, okay, you just don't like. Okay, you want to pierce. That's fine. Go ahead, do it. But I'm like, how dare you want a career? Like, that's so. How dare you want children? There, that would be a more logical one. Most women genetically, biologically, want to have children. I don't want children. I don't. You probably just want to have children, be a stay-at-home mom. Oh, shallow bitch. She wants to be a mom. Well, okay, that's nice. Well, be a mom, yeah. You like chocolate ice cream. Okay. Men want sex. Oh my God, send in the National freaking Guard. Did you know that those boys over there want sex? Kill them. Anyway, but the point was, this goes back unconsciously where your parents like, you should, your mom's going to be right on there. They're not objects. They're not things. And then you're dating. I remember there was one time, the mother hen, there was a hot girl giving me signals. We were making up. Like, you want to go back to my place? Sure, let me go. So she went to the bathroom. Where I said, oh, your friend went to the bathroom. Oh, so we're probably going to leave. Where? We're going to go back to my place. It's shallow. You only want one thing. Yeah, I do. Now shut up. That's a bottle of whiskey over there. This is a bar seat that I'm in. You're a fat white girl. I want to get laid by your friend. Shut up. She was a fat white girl. Shock. That's the mother hen. Anyway, so guys, for your own sanity and sake, you should have no shame in wanting sex. If anyone tries to shame you, oh, you only want one thing, your answer should be truthful. No, I want a lot more than one thing, but sex is going to be one of them. Just like a car has an engine, I want my car to have more than one thing. You just want your car to have one thing. Yeah, no, not really. I need an engine, but I also need a steering wheel, 4 wheels, preferably a seat, transmission. No, for me to take this car off the lot, I'm gonna need a lot more than that, than just an engine. But yeah, man, like, yeah, you're right. And you could say, and that's every man in the world, and that's nature. You're not going to change it, no matter how much shaming you do. And then you told her, nah, Cappy, you're going to try and convince women, but yeah, I'd like to just fight back, tell them to shut up. You just want one thing. You're damn right. And we always will, and we'll never like fat chicks. Do you got anything else? You want to argue? You want to bang your head against this wall? You think you're actually going to change the male sex drive? There you could open up. There you could just you could and just amuse mastery, I think it is. Where you're like, yeah, well, you're gonna change male sex drive? And you could even get man, it's been 50 years. Over half a century, you girls have been trying to fight male biology. You're gonna undo 2 million years of human evolution by shame? No. I'm always gonna tig old biddies. I'm always gonna want a girl who backs up into this. And I always want a girl with long hair. I want feminine. And I don't care how many. I mean, you can waste the rest of your youth trying to get men to like fat, ugly chicks, but it ain't gonna happen. But keep trying, sweetheart. Have fun. In the meantime, you're damn right. I am gonna have sex. I'm gonna demand sex. I'm gonna be that'd be counter going to I'm proud. That doesn't make any sense. Girl, I'm female. I'm proud. You were born that way. There's nothing to be proud of. Half the population is you. It's I'm proud of wanting to have sex. So it's and that's how I'm genetically wired, and so is every other guy. But the main reason, guys, don't be confused. Don't be ashamed. And for God's sake, this is again why you don't get married, guys. You just don't get married because a lot of them, and then there were comments. Thankfully, it's not common, but it happens. Oh, after we got the wedding ring and then she got her kid, she's like, that's it, no more sex. Which leads me to another one. I'll do this later. But I had to go and research what percentage of women just don't like sex. Best we got is between 15 and 40%. I think the 40% is very high. I think the 15% is very low. Obviously, yes, it depends on the guy and the mood, but generally, the percentages is around 30%, maybe 25. Somewhere between a quarter and a third. Surprisingly, 5% of men don't like sex. There's a percentage of men that don't like it. But a significant, though not majority, percentage of women just don't like sex. And that's fine. They don't have to like sex. Notice I'm not shaming them. What is it, a cold prude or whatever? Some people don't like sex. That's fine. Some people don't like split pea soup. It's okay. Some people don't like the color blue. But just as trying to get some guy who doesn't want to have a blue shirt, don't force these. But you got to identify them early on. And the way to do that is you don't get married. And if they give up the sex, you're like, bye. But you've been together for 5 years and have children. Don't care. I'm rapidly, because of practicality, getting to the point where I would almost not factor your children into breaking up the family and divorce. I'm almost factoring that in because they don't come out unscathed. All you do is you lose your money. But the sex is a deal breaker is what I'm saying. That is not negotiable. And if all of a sudden the contract, implied or not, is broken, then you leave. No matter what. You just bye. I'm out of here. And it really helps, guys. Look, you're going into a ring, okay? You're going into a ring. Do you want to have your right hand tied behind your back or not? You don't? Well, then you don't get married. You can live together, or you can, and even that depends on the state, but you don't get married. And then you stand a fighting chance. But you just, and then you got 3 kids. She cuts off the sex. Well, we're not doing that anymore. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm a little betrayed here, but you don't like sex, or at least not with me. Okay, cool. Well, I'm leaving. Well, how dare you? No. See, remember that prenup or how we moved to this state so it's not, we're not common law. Yeah, okay, I'll pay the child support. That's cool, but I'm out of here. Bye. I'm going to take the kids. Well, you can have the kids if I don't have to pay alimony. Fine. Okay, see you. Bye. And then you set up a website for your children. You make them a diary, a blog. Dear Joey, dear Amy, whatever. Daddy loves you. This is what's happening. I'll see you when you're 18. Oh my God, did Cappy just save all the divorced men like $1 billion a year, a month in alimony? He sure did. So there you go. All right. Link down below is the book of numbers, analyzing the ROI and the pursuit of women. Also linked below is the menu life without the opposite sex. Because some of you are just gonna, it's scary, the percentage of women that don't like sex. And again, not judging you girls, you have every right not to like it. But there's a significant percentage of them out there. I don't think it's retaliatory or malicious. I'm just preparing you guys for that. I probably should have factored that in into my analysis. It didn't dawn on me. It's And then also Bachelor Pad Economics is linked down below. Hat and clogs, $2. Cappy is alive. Yeah, I am. Cappy had to go back to Minnesota and Wisconsin and visit the nieces. Had to spoil them rotten with lots of cake, lots of candy, lots of pastries. We had to play pendulum swing and hang them up by there. They're getting tall now, and I'm too short. I got to lift the tall one up really high, and they're getting heavy. It's a good workout. Rusty Fuel, $5. Revel in the shallow. Yeah, it's a meaningless act. It's about, it carries the weight as being called a racist or a sexist nowadays. You're not. You're legit, unless you actually like legit are, which is so few people. That accusation, you're shallow. What does that mean? What, I don't have depth? I'm not impressed with your degree in sociology? Shut up. Just shut up. Yeah, I guess I'm shallow. Bye. Generation Apollo, $5. The degree to which society weaponizes men's sexuality against them is beyond insidious and understanding. It enslaves you. It really does. Here, sign away on this so that if you ever leave, you got to work and keep paying. It is unconscious slavery. You are blinded by your great point, Generation Apollo. You really are. And look, the one thing, and it's happening, the guys are leaving. The guys are substituting good now the lower levels of men. Lower levels, I mean like the lower half of the population. They're just throwing in the towel and jerking off to the prawn. Yeah, but the men are liberating themselves, I guess, a little bit and going from kind of a bad situation to a really crappy one. Out of laziness and sloth, they're choosing a very boring life. I guess a life of prawn and video games, living in your mother's basement, is better than slavery. You got to give them that. Oh, the labor force participating. Where are all the men? We can't find workers. We don't have contractors. Well, okay. You made the sex too expensive to get. Inevitably, the message is so continuous, so omnipresent, so focused and unrelenting. It breaks through the male sex drive and the blindness and like, oh, okay, I got it. We're leaving then. You really don't. Maybe they don't have the crystallized thought of, oh, we got it. You really don't like us. We'll leave now. But they get the hint, consciously or not, and then now you got your needs. Now you have all those cool hip Gen Zers who are really good at the video games. But at this, and this is a good point. Go do a term search. Where have all the good men gone? Like Google Trends. The girls aren't searching that. They're kind of happy with you guys not being around. It's very interesting empirical data. Girls are just not that into you guys. But if they are going to be into you, by God, you got to sign away a lot of stuff. I'm going to be really curious what happens to society when you don't have your working class no more. Did you know I'm at $2? I hear it switches off after marriage, but yeah, it does. Well, that's any like person you commit to. It's the same person, like, you again, which is why I'm a huge advocate of lingerie, which there's another one. Yeah, God, I remember I still got the letter. Reminds me. This is a girl that presumably was enamored with me completely, blah, blah, blah. It just disturbs me that you're going to want me to serve you drinks while wearing lingerie. Got news for you. Oh, and there's something wrong. You're dirty. That's another one. You're dirty. Ooh, you got a fetish. You damn right I do. Heels, thigh highs, not much else. You can wear a little fitting. And you're damn right you're going to serve me a drink. You're damn right you're going to dress up. And you're going to change it up. Vince, masculine geek. He's more into the kink and the bondage thing. Ooh, that's not shut. I'm sorry. Look, for all you who think that's wrong or there's something off, okay? I'm sorry you don't like fun. I'm sorry your life is going to be unfulfilled. I'm sorry you're not going to have great sex. I'm sorry you're not going to have your kink. All right? The only people that I'm pushing off to the side are people with feet fetishes. You're weirdos. You go over there. But even then, you're not hurting anyone. It's just a little gross. Okay. All right. Do your thing. But I remember it was just, you're like, oh my God, I remember. Flashback. There was a girl I was dating. Oh my God, we dated like approaching a year. And I got this cute little negligee thing. I wanted to see her in it. And she would turn off the lights and run into the bed. And all you guys, oh, she was shy. Too freaking bad. I didn't buy it for her so I could not see her in the dark. God. Remember that now. Now it's more clear. Like, why the hell did I buy it if you were going to turn off the light and immediately hop into bed? You hate women. No, we really like you a lot. That's why we got these outfits. You're objectifying us. You're damn right we are. Gross. Shut up. Have fun. Yeah, and if it switches, but that's why you get you change it up a little bit. Ladies, dye your hair. Ladies, stay. I know. You're in a U.S. expecting agency and responsibility. I'm sorry. Reason and accountability. Shaft-driven metal. I'm kind of. I know there is a genetic compunction. I don't believe women are faking this. I believe genetically women are just not that interested in guys. But an academic, like, look, ladies, you think you can get us to overcome our biological hardwiring to start liking fat chicks? I'm wondering, academically, can you girls do a mental exercise to where you would ask yourself the question, well, wouldn't a life with men be more fun? Like, wouldn't there be a positive with sex and having a really great sexual, like, wouldn't there be a like, and to get there, like, oh, I really want, maybe I should be in shape. Maybe I can't wait to put on lingerie. I can't wait to dote on my loved one. Can you run what are they called? A simulation in your head on that one and kind of see how theoretically that might work out? Could you look on the optimistic? Did you see there might be an upside to a strong male sex drive? And no, they can't. Not generally not. Some can. It's rare. It happened a couple times. It was great. But man, it's just like, there's dick on the table, right? There's dick on the table. Now, I know you're flooded with offers like that, but for the right guy, could you not make that fun? Could you not make that like, wow, that'd be great. Do a lot of things with that thing on the table. Holy cow. I just, the lost happiness. Maybe girls don't like it. Okay, girls, you just don't like it. Maybe you want to read about it. The number of gals reading filth books, or pleasuring themselves to a guy they have in mind, but if that opportunity ever came up to actually have the guy, whoa, wait, whoa. The real thing? No, I just want to live in the Matrix. I just want surrogates. That's a movie. Oh. Chef Driven Metal, $10. Humans aren't perfect. No matter how much philosophical, ideological circuit jerking of our egos, we are both yin and yang, the beautiful and abhorrent. Correct. I would just like to think humans have the ability to at least maybe not feel it in their genetics or the biology, but to acknowledge and realize that's what's going on. Like, oh, this is what's happening. If I want it, I should probably not that you reprogram your genetic instincts. You always got that, but like, could you, like get on the optimistic side of things? Cody C, $10. Cappy is the Midwestern Gen X version of myself. By the way, I'm halfway through Bachelor Pad Economics and plan on reading Reconnaissance Man next. Good. Yeah, get out of Midwest. I'm sorry you're in Midwest and Gen X. I'm terribly sorry. The Midwest culture is so backstabby and worthless. I saw some people from the old days back in Wisconsin, and I have in hindsight I have a new detestment for people from Wisconsin. Minnesota, nothing will beat Minnesotans, but I was like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. I remember him. Oh yeah, he's doing the thing that everyone would do in Wisconsin, like never leave home and completely piss away your life. Is that it? Are we caught up? I think we got them all. If you would kindly subscribe, we're almost at 100,000. Don't not like, oh, he's almost there. He'll make it. No, this is where everyone like, please subscribe to the channel. I got like another 8,000 to go. That's it. All right. We see. Oh, by the way, ladies, if the few percentage of you, I do consulting over at assholeconsulting.com. I have a young lady who's got a request on how to find a guy. I'll help you. And not in a Matt Hulsey kind of way, although he's good. He knows what he's talking about. You girls just never listen to him because you're enamored with him and you're fantasizing about him. You don't listen to the words. You're just fantasizing about him. I'm not good looking enough for you to fantasize about. So you might listen to the words coming out of my mouth. See you guys later.